John Kelly. John Kelly, please come to the podium. John Kelly was elected as College of the Atlantic trustee in October 1987 and has been serving the college since then. He's served on numerous committees, including Bylaws Committee, Executive Development. He was the board chair before becoming a trustee emeritus in August of 2005. John had has an illustrious career in law. You're still there. John worked for several years on Capitol Hill in Washington as a congressional legislative and administrative assistant before he joined the criminal division of the Attorney General's office in Maine. Let us stop this and okay, all right. Let's see, before he joined the criminal division of the Attorney General's office in Maine, he began a civil law practice in 1969 in Portland involving both defense and prosecution of civil litigation matters. As an active leader in his profession, John was elected president of the Maine Trial Lawyers Association, Maine State Bar Association, and the Maine Bar Foundation. He has served on a number of court and governmental advisory committees. In recognition of his professional leadership, John was a recipient of the Howard H. Dana Award, which is given, he's a former chair of the board of College of the Atlantic and now trustee emeriti and founding member of the ECO Public Policy Forum initiated by the college. His undergraduate work was at Colby and his law degree at Georgetown. But now I want to tell you what I know about John. What I know about John started about 40 years ago, and we were in a small sailboat.
Be careful, Bill.
And with some other friends, and we were lost in the fog. And night was falling, and we were outside of Seal Harbor, and the boat did not have a motor, and so there was very little wind, and there was quite a bit of tide and some current. And there were some pretty good sailors in the boat. But the best, and by far the coolest head, was John. And I later saw these same attributes at the college, and I've heard about them before I joined the board, that, you know, we can talk about lots of things at the college, but there wouldn't be a college without John Kelly and all that he had done to help it stay together and govern it, and in always a nice, gentle, firm way. And I'm really delighted to give this honorary degree to John Kelly. And thank you, Jackson.
Bill, you give me too much credit. I'll be brief, but I have to say that I must confess that this came as a wonderful surprise. We were talking about surprises earlier. This was when David called me a number of weeks ago. I was fortunately sitting down at the time. But I was reminded when my little grandchild, Jackson, and his brother Brady, who's out here somewhere, this morning, that at this point in my life, most of the surprises come from them. I was buckling Brady into my car, into his little car seat, and I was leaning into his lap, and as I looked up, he said, "Papa, you don't have much hair." Now, he has some political sense, and he quickly added that it was probably blown away by a hairdryer. And so I guess it may come back, who knows, but well, I'm deeply grateful to the faculty and my fellow trustees for this honor. It's the faculty who really are the keepers of the COA flame, and generation after generation of graduates, they are the ones who pass the torch on for you to carry out of this wonderful institution. They have my constant admiration since I've come here. Thank you for the honor. And my fellow trustees, whom I've worked with all these years, it's been my great privilege to have worked with such a wonderful group dedicated to the mission of the college, to a person. And I've cherished your comradeship in this endeavor. And to the graduates, thank you for allowing me to be a degree holder with you this year. I hope your futures will go well and that all your surprises in life will be as pleasant as this one is to me today. Thank you.
In hearing what John's grandson Jackson said to him, I suddenly realized it wasn't 40 years ago in that sailboat, it was 50 years ago.